In the running ability system, we have a very direct route to building world-class calf ability, starting with the proven fact that the more flexible that our calf becomes, the more potential we have for injury proofing long term. Plus, increasing that calf flexibility also leads to less tightness after running, less risk of pain, and more power production potential when you run. So while most people think that gaining calf flexibility makes you less athletic because you're less stiff in quotations, but that's actually the opposite of true, because the more flexibility you gain, the more available range of motion you have to get strong in, which increases your calf potential. Because strength will only ever exist where your calf can actually move. This isn't theory, this is truth. Look at Usain Bolt going all out on his full range calf raises. Look at Johan Blake doing the exact same thing. Two of the fastest sprinters in the world relied on full range calf ability to produce as much power as possible. And even though you may not want to go to the Olympics or be the fastest sprinter in the world, you may just want to run recreationally without pain. Building world-class ankle flexibility will never hurt. It's always a good thing. The biggest misconception about the elites in calf flexibility is that you think that they just started there, but they didn't. They built up this ability, and so can we. Even if you don't care about being one of the fastest runners in the world and you don't want to be world-class, it doesn't matter. I would still take this approach all day because you have so much to gain. So now let's look at what that world-class ability looks like. And we've already proven that any runner can get to these targets with enough building of their ability. The exact target we're working towards is 15 reps with 20% body weight loaded on single leg. These aren't just random arbitrary numbers. I've literally taken thousands of runners through the running ability system. And the magic about these targets is that anyone can get to them, but the majority of runners that are injured can't even get close right now, which is just literal proof of how much more potential you have as a runner. And this is me now as living proof, because this is the exact same ankle that I had Achilles tendonitis, calf overuse injuries, and so much more that would take me out of running for months at a time. And honestly, I was at a point where I thought my calves would never open up, but it was through persistence and patience, doing progressions, thousands of reps at a time, always at my pain-free level, that I took my calves from being something that was broken to now being one of my strengths and biggest qualities as a runner. In running ability, your calf ability also scales down further and scales up further than any other system, which is why thousands of runners are making so much progress at their level without having any setbacks. In the first 8 weeks of Unlock, our goal is to take your calves from stiff, locked up, and unable to move properly, all the way to the end where you should be able to regain full bend at the ankle, seeing my heel lift off of the ground because I'm through a full stretch and being strong out of that position on both legs. Because without that full range ability through the ankle, good luck on your runs, because you're literally going in and out of that full stretch over and over again thousands of times. And it's that foundation of movement that sets you up for the next 8 weeks of rebuild, where we're not just working on regaining range of motion, but we're actually building endurance in our calves because they need to be able to handle the amount of running that we do. So we set a 3-minute timer in Tuesday's session, and we're aiming for 60 reps in those 3 minutes with perfect and strict form. This is the exact ability that we're seeing in those videos of Usain Bolt and Johan Blake, two of the fastest sprinters in the world, building up their calf ability like we can at the same time. They have these machines where they load their shoulders with weight. I don't have those. So what I use is a dumbbell, and I keep it in front of me so it's distributed evenly between my left and right side, and then I could do my reps like that. So if you hit your 60 reps with body weight in those 3 minutes and it feels easy for you, you're recovering well, then you can start to load in front of you. And this is where the magic happens. In the final 8 weeks of targets, we're building world-class ability, single leg loaded on one side. And world-class simply means 15 reps with 20% body weight loaded. By far, the most important thing to get right is the form, because without the right form, you cannot make any progress at all. I was stuck in the loop for years, and I spent thousands of dollars getting my form coached so that I could make the progress that actually made the results. So make sure to send in your form using the camera icon in the program so I can guide you towards perfection. Once you build this ability to control your calf flexibility through a full range of motion with strength, then controlling this exact same position when you run with no weights and far more momentum becomes so much easier to do. And for me personally, I've done thousands of these full range calf raise reps over the years, and I get to run every single day. And the best part is that I get to do that without ever running through pain. This running ability system is proof that you can become so much more injury proof than the current traditional training for runners lets you become. And that potential is in your hands now. World-class calf ability is not reserved for only world-class athletes. It's a trainable quality for anyone, and you now have the route.